welcome. Where we got, we're gonna give this another go here. We just had a little disconnect issue, you know, little server communication hiccup or something or other. Things happen. So we're gonna go with some alternate leads here. I think instead I'm gonna try something a little weird maybe on this one, or actually, yeah, let's try that. And that. So yeah, I'm going to try for that lead. And see if this lead can pull off a little bit of shenanigans for me. Now this isn't exactly a standard lead that I would go on for this team. I feel like I'd almost always favor to lead Talonflame. Ooh, okay, we got Pekarunt Gudra. Alright. So now I'm thinking maybe the weird lead might have been a decent enough play. Okay, with the Gudra Pekarunt, that's a decently powerful combo set. So let's see if we can get some speed control with Icy Wind. Okay, no air balloon. And then parting shot going into Vaporeon. Okay, the parting shot might give it gives them some wiggle room here for how they want to play this out. So the speed drop isn't even going to affect Pekarunt now. Now I'm a little worried about what might be coming out. Vaporeon's power is also getting cut. Ooh. Alright, so Meteor Beam. We got Meteor Beam going off. Now, I love that shiny Electrode, too. The shiny Hisuian Electrode. Really cool having the, It's like it's the Heavy Ball color. Now, it did take the Meteor Beam and go straight to a knockout. Oh, and the Dragon Tail, solid play, switching that out, so the Meteor Beam gets shut off. I'm guessing they were expecting me to drop a side-hitting, they were expecting me to go for a side-hitting water move to try and trigger there, because they may have seen me use other teams with it, where I would run, like, Terra Water, and just use, like, a weak water move on myself to trigger it. To trigger Steam Engine. Now, that's not what I was going for on this round, but it was definitely a solid play. Ooh. Well, that's a doozy. Okay. That is a mega doozy. Yeah, we definitely don't want to do Icy Wind now. Icy Wind would trigger my Lodic and cause us all the problems in the world. I think maybe this. We're going to switch Vaporeon out and bring Leafeon in its place, because we don't want Icy Wind. Okay, we did get the flinch on my Lodic, and then Toxic. Oh! Toxic landing on Leafeon. Alright, that's... Well, it's not the worst thing in the world, but the Toxic damage does ramp up over time, which can cause us a lot of problems. Let's see. Although now, okay, yeah, I think now's the time. We're going to go ahead for the Tailwind now. Okay, I was actually expecting my Lodic to switch here, so I was trying to get knockoff, planning on a switch to come out. Instead, we just get rid of some heavy-duty boots, and then Scald on Talonflame. That puts some pressure on it. And Dragon Tail Flipping Talonflame to the back. Okay. Okay, Sylveon coming in. So it's leftovers and a knocked off heavy duty boots. You know what? I think we want to go for this. Yeah, now's the time to let loose. So Goodra's going to swap out. That's probably a solid move there. And, okay, Pekkarunt's coming in. That's going to be resistant to Sylveon, but not resistant to Leafeon. So we got Terra Fairy coming in with Tailwind on our back. Now, Leafeon's probably faster, I think, in this setup here. Knockoff. Oh, even super effective. That knockoff does almost nothing. Oh, because it's also not holding an item anymore. Ah, dang! I was hoping Hyper Voice would be enough to hit them to take out my Milotic. No such luck. And of course, it's got Recover. Yep. Milotic pulling the Recover play. That is incredibly solid on its part. Pekkarunt is Poison Ghost? Now, I haven't been up against Pekkarunt a whole lot, so I wasn't entirely familiar with its typing or what other move options it might have. We've seen it do Parting Shot, which would be really bad for Sylveon. It would neutralize Sylveon's Throat Spray. All right, now Milotic's... Of course, now that I'm actually going for Leaf Blade into Milotic, now it switches out. So we got Drifblim coming in for a resisted Leaf Blade. Okay, well, we got a critical hit at least. Shadow Ball. So, Pekkarunt's been taken care of. And then, oh, Leafeon is really suffering from that poison, too. It's going to be on a timer pretty soon. Like, at most 2 turns. At most 3 turns. I'm really bad at counting my turns on that. I really should look up and memorize how many turns it takes for toxic damage to knock something out outright. Those are such small details, but they can go a long way in just planning out turns in advance. And then Goodra's coming back. Now, Goodra is weak to Hyper Voice, but it is incredibly bulky. So even being weak to it, I'm not convinced that it's a knockout, even with +1 Terra. Because a reasonably special bulky Goodra just takes so much. So I'm going to try and go for the knockoff. Get that extra damage, maybe. No Gooey, so it's probably Sap Sipper. Okay, crit. So Drifblim. Okay, we got the Drifblim and the Goodra. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I had the knockoff on that or not. And okay, yeah, Leafeon's only got 1 turn left. Oh, and no Tailwind. Okay. Tailwind is gone. And my Milotic is back. Oh, the Cyclizar's in too. That's right. Oh. Cyclizar's fast. Tailwind is gone. I don't believe we have a threat of Wide Guard. But the Cyclizar is insanely fast, and I don't know what the hold item is either. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh, it's, yep. It's going to be a defensive Terra. Flying Terra. Yep. Okay. So the Flying Terra, that's... So we got Quick Attack going in. Shift Gear goes off. So now even if I get a second Tailwind up... Scald into Sylveon, and the Hyper Voice goes off. Okay, but we are +1 terastallized. Okay, so we got the Cyclizar. Milotic still survives, though. And we already saw Milotic is faster than Sylveon. But I do... Okay, I do have... I still have Tailwind. And, oh yeah, I've got our own. For at least some physical striking moves here. And yes, Body Slam. Okay, we got it. We got the Body Slam. Fairy weakness. Oh, okay, I could see that definitely having a fairy weakness. Although, to be fair, my Sylveon had a Tailwind backing it and got that +1 with Psyshock and Shadow Ball for coverage. It does have some good coverage in there. I'm wondering if other fairies would probably fare even stronger against it, or if it was more of a bit of the combo setup that was going in. I remember Electrode has some solid plays to it as well. Because I think I had seen the Electrode before. Of course, it had switched into a Power Herb Meteor Beam, which did not do any favors there. A result of an unfortunate switch as well. I like the team composition going in there. I really wish I could see more Cyclizar like doing cool things, because it has cool utilities to it. It's just kind of on the... It's fast. It's just kind of on the frail side. But it gets, like I said, I'm running Body Slam and Breaking Swipe on mine, so it can run a little bit Disruption, and then the Shed Tail to switch out for something else. And then Gear Shift is cool too, but the problem with Gear Shift is, yes, you're setting up double speed and attack, but again, you're on a frail Pokemon, so it's like... It would be, if it was bulkier, it would be much better with those kinds of setups. It's just really hard to get it into a good position to set those up. But the moves, it gets so many cool moves that I just absolutely love.